All right, all right, all right. Hopefully, we're having a good day out there in the interwebs. This is Mongo, your friend from Southern California. That is right, Southern California, SoCal. But let me just say that this is going to be a nice time here. Got a special guest here. He insisted on coming on, and I was obliged to, you know, uh, let him on, send him a link. And this guest, of course, is. I'm looking at his camera right now on my studio screen. But this is J-Works Production, JW Eccent.
Hi, everybody. I was a bit belligerent too to get
He
on.
only roughed me up a little bit, guys. Don't worry, don't worry. I'll be okay. I'll brush it off.
I was a face hugger, by the way, with a face.
Oh, it's a face hugger. I thought it was like a sunflower. Because I only saw the face. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's a happy sunflower. That's awesome. Of course, JW Eccent, great artiste. He's got great artwork. He's got great audio work. And he looks pretty good too, guys, right? Do we agree? Do we agree? Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. It's the Nebuchadnezzar beard. The one kind of beard that just goes down like this and squared off like.
Yeah. That is great. Let me just. I'm looking at my other window here. My other window. I don't really. I only have one window, and it's back there.
Well, you're looking. The eyes. Your separate eyes.
Got eyes in the back of my head.
You're looking out the window. You're talking about the window with the Godzilla outside terrorizing the
town. Let me see here. I'm trying to pull up something. Before we get into the main event, let's just have a little warm up with some stuff that I saw on Twitter that I thought was pretty cool. Jay, how's your day been so far as I pull up this cool stuff?
It's been pretty good. Actually, we spent time with the family watching Passion of the Christ tonight. Oh. We were going to watch it earlier yesterday, but it got a little late, so we watched it today. So, yeah, that's why my eyes are still a little wet.
So I saw recently on your Twitter and on your Facebook too, you guys went to a convention recently, right? This last week?
Yeah. It was definitely excellent. I got to meet Carrie Elwes, which was really, really neat. Now, he separated from the difference between Carrie and the other people of the con that you went to meet is his booth had a curtain, a square curtain around his booth, and then a separate line that you had to wait until somebody let you in. It was pretty quick though, and I went in there, and I was visibly shaken. And the person who was tending to the money and the autographs noticed that, and Carrie Elwes noticed that, and they were both looking at me like, "It's okay, it's all right," And I'm trying to shuffle through my wallet, trying to
get out your money.
trying to get the money out, and I get the money, and he's like, "It's okay, take your time, And I pick one that I wanted, and bring it over, and he's got a shield in front of him, and it's got a hole in the bottom, and I slip it through. He grabs it and he signs it, and we're talking for a little bit. And the one that I had picked was Robin Hood Men in Tights. And I had recently watched that with my oldest daughter. And I told him that. And he said, "Well, how old is your daughter?" And I said, 14. And he's like, right on, nice. And he put his fist out through the little hole, and we fist bumped. So that was a moment for me. I was like, I just got fist bumped by Carrie Elwes.
That is so cool.
And
that is really cool.
The thing is, he was so down to earth. I don't think that booth situation was by his choice. I think it was more like an agent's like, you need to do it this way or whatever. But he was very welcoming, and he would come out from around that partition, that plexiglass partition, to take photos with people, put his arm right around them and everything. So
wow.
Yeah, very down to earth kind of guy. Actually, for the most part, everybody was very down to earth. The guy, and this is funny, the guy who had played Goku,
yeah,
the one who plays All Might in My Hero Academia,
is that
he's the one?
What's the voice actor's name?
I can't remember right now.
John Schemmel?
What was his
or
name?
Or is that Chris Sabat?
Sabat, yeah.
Sabat. Yeah. That's sick, dude.
But here's the funny thing. We didn't meet him. Originally, we were going to do it for Taylor. And, I wouldn't have gone to meet him because of prior things that he's done with the team against Vic. And so I said this out loud while we were out of the, and there's a really long line to meet Chris Sabat. And me and my wife were talking, and both of us at different times stood there to see what kind of reactions we'd get. And one point I said, gee, I think I should wait in this line, get an autograph personalized saying I stand with Vic. I said it out loud. They all heard. And they're giving me looks and stuff. And Noelle, she's standing behind that line. She says the same thing I said. And she said it to Taylor, our oldest daughter. And everybody turned around in that line and gave her this deadly stare like they wanted to kill her.
Gosh.
I was glad they didn't. But, I mean, most of the people there were done. We got to meet I didn't, sadly. But Taylor and Noelle went in to meet Miss Midnight. And she was very nice. She laughed when she heard what Noelle had said about getting the signature and having it personalized, saying I stand with Vic. Miss Midnight, the actress who played her, laughed at that and thought it was hilarious. And then she didn't get a Miss Midnight picture to sign. She got like a cookie.
It's from Cookie Kingdom.
Cookie Kingdom.
A mobile game.
It was like a mobile game, like an app or something, and she had it signed. But yeah, it was fun, and Taylor got to do some LARPing for the first time, and she beat the crap out of a couple of kids. I thought that was great because you have professionals going in there who've done it all their life. And and it was just amazing to see her do that and have fun. As long as she's having fun, that was the whole point.
That is awesome. It's great to hear. Great to hear all this cool stuff. Before we get into the main purpose of this little stream, I just want to share my screen here. All right. Bear with me, folks. It's been a while since I have been on StreamYards. So let's see here. Choose what to share. Chrome tab. Saw this on Twitter recently, probably within the last hour or so. And of course, as you guys all know, we have a movie coming up, Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Dominion.
And I've seen where there are some people who are not that excited for it, and I'm kind of sad that they're not. I was trying to figure out why. I couldn't figure it. I think it's a fear that, they don't want their characters being messed with. And that's happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened with Luke. It's happened with, now it's happening with Thor. It's happening with a whole bunch of other characters that just shouldn't be happening to them. And I do get that fear. I am a little leery, I guess. But at the same time, I was very excited to see those three characters return. It was very neat to see. Yeah. And I love the new dinosaurs. I love the new dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of Jurassic World? What was the second Jurassic World movie? What was that called?
Lost. Was it? No, it wasn't Dominion. Obviously,
Lost World.
Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom.
Kingdom.
I didn't have as much of an issue with it as a lot of other people did, because see, I like outlandish, crazy things and clones and all sorts of stuff like that. So it didn't really bother me a whole lot. I know that, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's just too fishy. It's too out there. It's too outlandish." Well, what do we need right now? We need some outlandishness. We need to leave our brains at the door and relax and actually watch a film instead of getting preached at. We need some nutso crazy stuff, and I rather enjoyed it.
So real talk here, real talk. Would you free the dinosaurs? Would you unleash the dinosaurs onto American soil?
In part, I would not. I just wouldn't.
Same, personally. As long as we got that off the table here.
No,
right, guys.
No, I would.
He's not totally crazy, guys.
Yes, it will be my dominion. I will rule the dinosaurs, and I will rule Earth with a dinosaur alliance.
On a quick note here, me personally, when I thought the movie was pretty solid. Would I watch it as much as I watched the original Jurassic Park? No. I love watching the original Jurassic Park. Could watch it on repeat, literally. But when it comes to like releasing the dinosaurs, I'm thinking, man, there's going to be a bunch of people shooting dinosaurs. Like, if I saw a dinosaur and I had a gun, I would shoot it. Like, doesn't matter if it's a big dinosaur or a little dinosaur. I'm going to shoot that thing. If it's aggressive, of course, obviously. But it's interesting. Yeah. I'm going to be interested in seeing how this movie goes. But yeah. Speaking of Jurassic World, I saw this today. It is saw it on Twitter, Stateoverse at Stateoverse. On Twitter, tweeted this out. Let me make sure. Okay. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I love that. I retweeted that earlier.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
16-inch Giga Dino toy from, let me see, what was this?
It's
Imaginext.
It's awesome.
As a kid, I always wanted an Imaginext toy. So I always saw they had like the castle with the dragons and all that stuff. And they had the coolest like theme song, like Imaginext Adventures, open the door. Imaginext Adventures, the power is yours. Always wanted those toys. Never got
Imaginext was always a good children's toy. Like I mean, if you were a collector too, as an adult, you would rather enjoy it. I didn't have any either, but I knew some friends who had some. I had a friend who collected anything Batman, so he had a few Imaginext Batman stuff. And so he had the full Batcave. He had every single kind of Batmobile imaginable, every single kind of Joker. He had one, I think, with an electric chair. If you put a bad guy in there and you flip the little switch, it would light up and his hair would go up or something. And it dealt with the Batman verse. So he had a lot of it, and he'd bring it over during babysitting hours, and I'd play with him with his Batman stuff because I didn't have any Batman stuff in my house.
Let me see if the audio works here because I really like it. I'm going to take a risk here. Imaginext, Fisher Price. Don't be kind to this video. Don't block this video or nothing, okay?
Be kind, rewind.
Because I love the sound.
That's awesome.
It's great.
What I like about that, I love the sound of that dino. Another thing I like about this commercial is the music they did. It's very childlike, almost kid friendly, but it also has those jungle beats, like something's coming from the forest to eat you. Yeah. Action, adventure, children getting stomped on by huge dinosaur feet. This is your parents' Jurassic Park.
That's pretty cool. We got Honey Chubs down in the chat.
Hey,
she got to meet Tommy from Power Rangers. That's cool. That is sick.
Yeah, that's fun. She goes up to the booth, right? And he says, "Boy, I'm thirsty." And so the guy that was like his manager or whatever, his helper, he goes, "Well, I got a bottle of water here." He goes, "That's all right. I just have to pee." So he puts the bottle under the table and sits there. And just the crowd in the line, it's kind of like ha 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 all the way back.
It's morphin' time.
I gotta pee. Oh wait, those full body.
Turns out he was the Yellow Ranger that day.
Oh, that reminds me. There was this movie, and it was a Odenkirk movie, so you know it's going to be a good time. It was a film called Kung Pao, the Enter the Fist.
Yes.
And there's one part where they actually use the what do you call that? Intermission. And the master in the film, he pops up, he goes, "I have some yellow liquid for your popcorn, and it's not dairy."
Let me just mute real quick here. I got a bit of a cough, a little bit of coughing right now. Let me mute and stop.
You should have them hear what you had me hear, Mongo.
What was that? Oh, yeah.
So before he started the stream, guys, let me let you in on this a little bit. Since we're talking about tinkling and all such, I put on my earphones, and he sounds basically like a god. Like the reverberation of that room's nuts, mixed with the bass of his voice. He goes, "I need to get a drink." And so he gets this big old barrel out. And I hear through my ears. I don't know if you heard that through there, but there was just this really loud liquid sound in my ears. I was like, Mongo.
And so, you know, it's a little bit warm today, guys. It was in like the mid 80s. And I'm not, it's not like I'm a top secret agent, so I'll tell you what I do for a living. But I work down in nearby city. I won't tell you which city because I don't want a bunch of weirdos, waiting around for me at work or whatever.
I'd be one.
I work maintenance down for recreation, so I do a lot of outdoor construction work and stuff like that. So, we're out in the sun, we're cutting into concrete, all this dust and stuff. So it's just been a real dry day. And at the end of a dry day, I just gotta get a big bottle jug of water. I just gotta drink it like this.
Yeah, you gotta stay hydrated. There it is. That's the sound.
Water. I'll tell you, folks, that's some high quality brain juice right there. I think.
Ew!
Brain. There's nothing gross about the brain. Look at this guy here, folks. This guy hates brains. He hates the juice of the brain.
Ew, brain juice.
Now, I'm no scientist, folks, but I like to think that the brain is like what, 90% water?
Well, Mongo,
I don't know.
I've been there.
Don't fact check that. Just trust me, bro.
Mongo, I've been there when you've actually unlatched the secret part of your brain that opens up your scalp, where you've pulled your brain out, squeezed it into that blue bottle. So I know what you do.
I mean, I'm kind of like Inspector Gadget over here. I twist my ear and water just flows out of my nose. I don't know how it works, but hey, it just does. I can't show it on camera, of course.
It'd be too graphic.
Because terms of service, it'd be too vulgar.
Exactly.
For YouTube.
It's like when I unhinge my jaw and my leg reaches over my head to a curlicue and makes a pretzel. I mean, what's so funny? It's a medical condition, man.
I mean, I thought you were going to say, like, yeah, when I unhinge my jaw and I swallow a watermelon or something. Oh.
No, I was in school and I had a friend. And he goes, hey, I can swallow my own face. And he just sucks in. He makes this horrible sour face where he just goes like that. And he was a pretty hefty guy, so there was all this muscle and stuff just kind of caving in a little bit, but his nose was sticking out. So I don't know if you would count that as swallowing your own face or not. It's also an old UHF joke, too. Hey, there's this guy who can swallow his own face.
Real quick, let me just shout out to Jeremy 5, ABCD DW exclamation S approved. Man, I'll tell you, it's been a while. I think last time I saw you it was like just Russian approved or Russia approved, but man, it's kind of hard. You got to take it easy on me here, Jeremy J5. I'm just gonna call you J5 as I type "Hail J5" in the chat. Oh, there we go. And speaking of people in the chat, we also got Bone, Mr. Bone.
Oh yes, Bone.
Bone, good old Bone. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, there we go. There's my comment. Hail J5.
Oh my gosh, Mongo's in the chat too. Whoa! What? Yeah. Wait, you're in the video with me though. Sip upside down.
Oh, I get it. Oh,
I see it now. That's funny.
That's funny. It's clever.
I sent for peanut butter.
What's that one thing when you were in like elementary school? You get the calculator and you multiply something by something else.
Yeah, you can make
the thing.
You can make boobs. Yeah, boobies or I can't remember all the other ones. There were some really weird ones too that were kind of funny, but I can't remember them all.
Oh gosh, I remember I had one or two friends who had like a graphing calculator.
Oh my!
And they were like really good, and they like programmed like an actual like side-scrolling game.
Oh, that's cool.
It was really cool sounding, I mean, it's just lines and stuff moving around, but I was like, oh, it's cool. I mean, I think I might have played it once or twice, but it was pretty dope.
Yeah, I still remember back in the day, you didn't want to be the nerd or whatever, and slowly and surely, nerds were the rulers of the world, pretty much. And I was a nerd. I mean, because I like all of that stuff that nerds like. The only thing I couldn't do is I hated math. I wasn't good at math, and that's the funny thing about me being on the spectrum is. I knew a lot of people who were on the spectrum who could numbers up and down. And I just could never do that very well. I don't know why. Different folks, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. So we'll move on to the main event here.
Ooh, the main course.
The main course. I hope you made room for dessert, guys. But
I'm salivating.
Yes. So I got this special little, what do you call this? A manila envelope?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Don't eat it.
Magilla Gorilla? I don't
Magilla
know.
Manila wafer. Don't eat it.
I won't show you guys the front because that's got all of my details and all of these important
You might want
addresses.
to show everybody that. You
can't do that.
It's very.
We can't do that for free. You got to pay like at least $50 to get my address.
You're worth more than that. You're worth more than 50.
And that's not even accounting for Jay's address. That's like another like 70. We can't do like a buy one get one half off kind of thing. You gotta, But anyway,
I don't know about you, but I live in the core of the earth. There are giant trees around here. There's huge dinosaurs, and I live in like a tree house and stuff. I mean, it's fun.
So without further ado, I'm gonna open this up. It's very nice. It is not bent. It's very nice. It's got a nice little message here. It says surprise for our brother on Twitter. And so initially I was thinking, what? Who's this for? Wrong address. But then I saw my name on the front and I was like, whoa, it's for me?
No, here's funny. Here's what's funny about that. I didn't know she put that on there.
It's very nice. Well, I mean, I was gonna say, wow, Jay, you have such nice handwriting.
She has way better handwriting than I do. Way better.
Noelle does.
Just wait till you take a gander at my handwriting.
But if we had you draw letters, they'd look pretty good, though, right? I mean, writing's just drawing, Jay, isn't it?
I have a really bad doctor's handwriting. You could even call it cursive. That's how bad it's cursed. It's cursive.
So real quick before we unveil this thing, I just want to shout out Mrs. Dadman Walking 55 down in the chat. She's a wonderful person, along with her spouse, Dadman Walking 55. It's very cool. Glad to see both y'all in here. Shout out to you guys in the chat. I'm impressed. I have 9 likes on my video. One of those likes is from me. So, what can I say, when you hit the big time.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Too much Impractical Jokers.
Right. So we're going to get into it here. Let's see.
Nice pants.
I'm going to put my screen front and center because it's my channel, Jay. So we can get a close look at this wonderful thing. I have taken it out of this. I have not seen it yet. What is that front? So, oh, dude, this is sick. This is sick, dude. Look at that. It's freaking graboid. Oh, that is tight. I love that. I love the graboid. And let me just read the message. I won't read it out loud at first because you never know. You never know.
I say horrible, disgusting things. You don't want to do. No.
It is known. It is known. To quote Game of Thrones there. Oh, this is great. Oh, look at you being wholesome with your messages. Oh, it's wonderful. Very, very good. Very poignant. I like that. Oh, yeah. Now I see why you wanted a link to this. This is great. This is really great.
This is how Mongo reacts to lady pictures.
Well, there's only one way to find that out, folks. So obviously, send it in the DMs. Just kidding. I'm messing. Don't. I don't want to get canceled or nothing. Okay.
I take that back. This is how Mongo reacts to kaiju pictures.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking closer at this right now. I really love this. The graboid. Oh my gosh.
Is it shining?
It is shining like my heart.
It doesn't. I don't think it shows up very well on the camera, hardly, sadly. But you shine a light on it, you'll notice that there's different. I don't know if it's working there either, but yeah, different details and stuff.
Gosh,
I used
really like that.
I used what's called gel pins. Ooh. And gel pins brings out the a sort of shine that I like, and so that's
really
what I've
good. Doing. It's really good, I think. All right, that's cool. Okay, I've fixated a lot on that first one, but we're not done yet, folks. We're not done yet, and we got some other great people down in the chat. We got Moira Kitty.
Moira
says hi, honey, and Hugs Bone, and Mongo Cat. That's me. I'm Mongo. And we got the illustrious, the one and only George Lucas down in the chat.
No,
what I tell you, Jay? I've hit the big time. The big time.
Well, that's really nice. That's really, really nice that you know me so well. Know him well, you do.
There is more. There's more.
There is more.
Goodness.
So much more.
This is great. This is wonderful. Let's just put this on the full screen here. So this is, I don't know if this was like the first thing I commissioned from you, but it was one of those commissions. It's one of my favorite ones where Jay drew King Kong.
I don't
it's
think
just beautiful.
I don't think that I've ever been able to outdo myself with that one. That is one of my favorite ones that I've ever done. But yeah, I do believe that is the first that you commissioned me to do, and I'm happy I did it.
Like, let me just say, so I'll say it again, this is great. I think this is beautiful. It's one thing to see it like on a computer screen, because previously that's kind of all I've been seeing. I've seen like on a phone or digitally. Mad respect to people who are able to do the digital stuff and all that stuff, but it's really cool being able to hold it. And let me get my measurements here. So this is a standard. Let's see here. It's a 9 by 8.5 by 11. So yeah, just want to make sure I got the dimensions right, and so I can pick up like a picture frame for this thing, because something like this totally deserves a picture frame. If I find like a 2-pack, I think I can find those at Michael's. I might find them at Target. I don't know. I get off work tomorrow.
I don't know if you can find 2-pack.
That's great. I'm definitely going to find some frames, because good art deserves to be hung up on a wall.
Thank you.
And mostly because, I don't have a refrigerator with me, so I can't just put it on my refrigerator.
1 second, I'll be right back.
All right. He'll be right back. Got this just to strengthen the pictures.
See, I told you I'd be right back.
Hey, be right back. He'll be right back. Okay. And then we got this other little thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's let's see.
Hand drawn too, by
it's a nice hand drawn.
Red Sonja.
Red Sonja. That's cool. I've actually never seen that movie.
You've never seen Red Sonja? Wow.
Isn't Arnold Schwarzenegger, doesn't he appear in that Red Sonja movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really got to check that out. I've watched obviously Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
I've watched Conan the Destroyer. A bit of a downgrade, but it's still pretty good.
I can't remember exactly what had happened, but see, they had to change his name in Red Sonja. Even though they wanted it in the same universe, and it is kind of a sequel to it, Red Sonja had been in the same vein, so to speak. But they changed Conan's name and some other things, and it was kind of weird. But yeah, that's my business card that I did.
That is cool. It's a cool business card.
So back to the con we went to.
Oh, yes.
Since we were talking about the art that I do, my wife asked me to draw a picture for her, and I'll get it here in a sec. But I'll tell you a little story behind that real quick once I find it. If I find it, I should be able to find it. I know I'll find it. Should be here. I know it's here. Might be here. Could be here. Oh, come on. Come on. I don't want any dead air. That's why I'm still talking. Okay, so
hurry up, Jay. Hurry up.
I don't know if I can. So this is which right here. And
there we go. Ooh, yeah.
And that's actually making it glitter a little bit. He didn't use a gel pen. He used a marker.
Paint pen.
Sort of ink pen. He used an ink pen?
Paint.
Oh, paint pen. He used one of those paint pens that had silver. So anyways, she took it up so that, oh man, I don't want to look like Dracula. The sun hit his face or something. So took it up for him to sign. And he said, "What is this made out of? It's really neat. I noticed that it's like shining throughout." And she said it was alcohol markers and gel pens. And he says, "Well, would you like to take a picture with me holding it?" And she goes, "But I didn't take a picture, or I didn't spend the money for a photo." He goes, "But good art like this should be taken a photo of." And so she got a photograph of him with her in it, of him holding that signed picture that I drew up. And then he said, or she gave him, did an extra one for him to give to him just so he could have it. And he really appreciated that, apparently, because he said, "You know what? For the rest of the time that I'm sitting at this booth, this is going behind me."
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And when I heard that he did that, I think I was a little bit in shock. I didn't say anything. It was more like a day after I started feeling like he actually endorsed my art without having to be paid for it or anything. He endorsed it. Mm-hmm. And my wife, was telling me that the whole day, "I can't believe he endorsed your art. He really endorsed your art." Mm-hmm. And it just didn't hit me rock solid like it did the next day. And when she had left the line, she couldn't breathe and she couldn't walk and she was almost on her knees. And I said, and I was real serious with her. And she said that I was on my knees. And I said, "How much did he pay you?" That was awkward silence there for a while.
I was waiting.
No, I was making a joke with her because she said she was on her knees because she couldn't breathe. And she said she was on her knees, and I said, "How much did he pay you?"
whoosh right over my head. I was like,
and all was silent. But yeah, it was such just a kind of an emotional moment. And what was interesting is one of the local Kokomo cons we went to, we met a Power Ranger. And so right next to this Power Ranger here, I got this one. Now, not yeah, I'm going to one day I will meet the other guy. Whatever his name is. But the one in the other uniform next to him, you can see his shield clearly. He's actually a Power Ranger from one of the other shows. I'm not sure which one, but that was from a movie. What was the movie called?
I don't remember.
Something Force? Power Force?
I don't remember.
Space Force?
Probably Space Force.
The sucky spinoff.
Yeah. Yeah, I never could get into all the other Power Rangers shows. It was always the first one that was closer to my heart. And a couple of the movies that came out that still had the cast of the original Power Rangers was good, at least to me. I know there were some people who were disappointed in them, but yeah, I got to meet, also got to meet Gates McFadden.
Oh, wow.
Now, I walk up to her, right? Beverly Crusher, Dr. Beverly Crusher. I walk up to her. I can't speak. Like, my heart's in my throat. And I don't know what it is about me not being able to speak to starlets. I just can't. And she's talking to me. And she asks me, "So, what's your name?" I name Josh. What do you do, Josh? I like to act, voice act. I like to do like art. I do the art, the thing, the the thing with like pen, pencil, the stuff. And nothing big. It's just more of a passion. And she's like, "Well, good. Don't give up that passion." I get into John Delancey's line. I got his autograph here. And I get John Delancey's autograph. Dang it. So here's that one. And I walk up there. And it's funny. Now, I'll tell you this. Almost all of the celebrities did have masks. There were a few who didn't. Mm-hmm. But the ones who did have masks, most of the time were not keeping 6 inches from you. They were getting very chummy, very close, like they were your best friend and they've known you for forever. And they would take that mask off when they got close to you. So I keep thinking, that's probably like an age that you need to wear a mask or somebody's going to get irritated and you're going to lose money. So that's what I keep thinking, that maybe people were telling me that. But I walk up and he gives me the same sort of question, it's like, "So, what's your name?" I'm like, "My name's Josh." And then I told him the same thing. And I was a little shaken, just a little bit, because like, I mean, I grew up watching these people, and it's so different to actually meet them in reality as opposed to just seeing them on the screen. It's nice seeing them. I mean, they're human. You know that they're flesh and blood, and that they bleed, and that they laugh, and that they do a lot of the same things you do. Maybe not exactly the same, but they're just humans. And it was a nice experience. I got to meet Brent Spiner.
Oh.
And it was funny because if you've ever seen Master of Disguise.
Oh, yeah.
And my daughter was talking to him, straight to him. Immediately, they both struck up a conversation, and they're just talking about different things. And Taylor says, "You know what? My favorite character is Data." And he goes, hey, we have something in common. He's my favorite too. And then she says, well, recently I watched Master of Disguise for the first time. I can't remember your character's name. And he said, well, that was Devlin Bowman.
Hmm.
Devlin Bowman, I think, is what and he straight up said the character's name too.
Wow.
And she just like, went speechless. And again, he kept pulling his mask down and going, you know what? That's my favorite character too. Like getting real close to him. Just different things like that. And just to have those conversations with these people. And I want to show you one more, a couple more here real quick, and then I'll stop shining.
Stop bragging, Jay. Gosh.
But I might go through a video of my own and just talk about the experiences of people that I've met.
Yeah, that'd be
things like that. That way, it's a different segment, and I'm not taking up your time. Because there's so many interesting things that had happened. So Jamie Farr, one of the kindest people I think I've ever met, and we're talking. And he wasn't wearing a mask. He was just sitting there, it's open. And I said to him, I watched MASH since I was a little kid. And I watched it with my dad. And I emphasized that I had watched MASH with my dad. And he goes, you and every other fan. And then we got to talking for a while, and we got to a conversation about different things, and he ended it with Happy Easter, which I was a bit surprised. I was like, wow, that's really nice of him to say that to me. And so I said Happy Easter back to him. He shook my hand, and I went on to get Loretta Swift here, and she added peace above her name there.
Wow.
Hot Lips Houlihan from MASH. And the thing about her is you talk about somebody who's really, really down to earth and stuff, who just would try to get as close as she could to everybody and give everybody the time of day. And that was the thing about Tommy Ranger, is he was making sure that whole line, the entire line, was gone before he left the building. In fact, the lights were out by the time he left.
Wow.
And he said that he wanted to make sure that everybody in that line got an autograph. Everybody. And that's what is so surprising about some of these actors. You think they might be irritable, or that they might be, snooty. And a few of them are, perhaps. And I know that there's the old phrase is, you never want to meet your heroes. And there are some that may have opinions that are pretty bad takes. But I'm starting to come around to the fact that the world is full of people with bad takes and mistakes. You'll never find one person, not one single person, who's perfect. And I wouldn't want, like I said in the past, an echo chamber of the same person. And I may not agree with the things that some celebrities have said, and I don't think I have to. There are worse things that people have done. Like when you look at the things going on right now with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I would not want to go near Amber Heard. I was even told by somebody who vehemently disagrees with almost every single thing that I believe in. And I brought up Amber Heard. He said he wouldn't go near Amber Heard ever with a 10-foot pole because he believed that she was a pariah.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a little bit before everything that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, they're all human.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Alrighty then. I'm just going to share the screen here. We're chatting a little bit about Power Rangers, so I pulled this up. Just let me see here. There
Oh,
we go.
no way.
Let's see. This is
It's muffin time.
1:37pm.com.
Okay.
And a breakdown of all 26 Power Rangers series in order. You know, some neat little things here and there.
I'll be right back.
This was as of like 2021. So, you know, just some things. I was just kind of looking through this just a little bit, and I found it kind of interesting. Obviously, there's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers here, 1993. That was a year before I was born. I remember watching a few episodes here and there of that. Classic Power Rangers. Super Sentai, all that kind of stuff. And you got the Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers in 96. I've never even heard of that. I'm like, what?
Me neither. Alien Rangers.
Then you have Power Rangers Zeo.
Okay, now I've not seen this either, but I really dig that star, and I think that's really interesting. The blue one and the yellow one there.
Mm-hmm.
The different shapes.
I like the equal sign on the yellow.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, that's
mathematical. I like it. I vibe with it. I vibe with it. You know.
Yeah. Because it's just different. You know? I like weird things like that. You know,
I like that they have the faces underneath each ranger here. That's nice. See, then we got Power Rangers Turbo.
Okay, I remember the name Turbo.
Let's see. A space pirate called Divatox wants to conquer Earth. And the Turbo Rangers must stop her.
Sounds like Power Rangers.
Yeah. You got Power Rangers in space.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You used to say that.
Power Rangers in space.
Oh God, you guys. Is the forest on fire again? Wasn't there like a fire?
Rangers Lost Galaxy. You got all these things.
We got to do a lot of space battles with the but wasn't there like a fire? I thought there was a fire squad or something though.
Probably.
Dude, he looks like a peppermint. He's a peppermint Power Ranger.
He does. I'm not a huge fan on the face designs in this. Yeah. These are all kind of shield. They're very similar, kind of.
It reminds me of like they took a knight from medieval times and then mashed it together with a space helmet or something. Yeah. It just looks really strange.
Oh, it takes place in California. The fictional town of Mariner Bay. Oh.
I know where Mongo's going.
So Mariner Bay was built on an ancient demon burial ground. What? I kind of want to check that out. You know, that's pretty cool.
Right.
Then you have Time Force. I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
It's pretty solid. It looks solid.
Yeah, not too bad. And
I'm not a huge fan of the little mouth. Little tiny mouth.
I'm going to draw an arrow down towards your mouth so the women you date will know where your mouth is.
I'm not. Yeah. Wild Force.
Mongo, go check out my Twitter.
Oh, what?
Gosh,
my wife is demanding you check it.
Gosh. All right, let's take a look at Twitter.
The little voice behind my head says you should check out her Twitter.
Let's see.
I left the link in my Twitter for the picture.
What?
Okay, on your Twitter page.
Oh.
Okay, here. Now my notifications are updating here. Let me see. Let's see. Is it on your Twitter profile?
Was it on your profile?
I put the link in the chat.
She put the link in the
it's
chat.
in the chat. Okay. All right. Let me see.
An all new Power Rangers Chatter Force.
Let's see.
That's what you need for a subtitle for, or not a subtitle, a line, a header. Is you for Power Rangers show, you just put anything with force, and it would
in
work.
The YouTube chat or on the.
Are you talking about private chat? Oh wait, you can't do private chat.
In the live chat.
The live chat.
In the
She says
live chat. Okay, live.
Wait, does that guy have cat ears? I just realized he had cat ears, and one of them's a shark mouth. That's neat. That is kind of cool. Wild Force.
If you want to see the pictures, I'm trying to find that link, but I'm not finding a link here in my.
You could ask Zelda.
I've got the live chat open on YouTube. I'm not seeing that.
Honey.
Huh? What?
Go to my profile.
Okay.
See if you can share the screen.
Oh, I can. I don't think I can share. Can I share screen?
So is it? So it's on her Twitter profile.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me go into that. Let's see here. Don't worry, folks. We'll come back to this Power Ranger stuff in a second here. Let me go to. Noelle Ashcraft. Oh, okay. Here we go. I remember seeing this one. Yeah, so let me do that, and then I'll share screen, Chrome tab, and then we open up the Twitter there. So this one, right? The yes, there we go. We found it. We did it. We did it. It's very cool. Very cool. Oh yeah, yes. This was picture.
Oh, that's the picture.
That we were talking about earlier. This is cool. That convention moment,
Yes.
That is sick. Very.
That's the
cool.
first time I've actually really seen it. She kind of showed me, but now I'm really kind of taking that in. Oh man. Dang, dude. You might want to check your another message in your chat, Mongo, on Twitter.
All right.
Real quick.
Okay. I almost went to my DMs, not remembering that I was sharing screen. So let me do that. Now let me go to my DMs. Go Power Stranger. We don't want no stranger danger. Go Power Stranger, you dirty, disgusting Power Stranger. What kind of strange? I'm trying to call the devil up on my screen here. That's some weird stuff, man.
So
I don't know, Jay. It's kind of weird.
Here's what I was thinking when I did it. Go Power Stranger. We don't want no Power Stranger danger. Go Power Stranger. You dirty, disgusting Power Stranger. You found it. You found the dirty, disgusting Power Stranger. Hold up your fingers like this. Go, Power Stranger. We don't want no stranger danger.
So, back to the chat here. We had Bone agrees that those the peppermint candy design. Let's see,
terrible
what was that
design.
One? The Lightspeed Rescue.
Yes.
And then apparently Wild Force was also pretty bad. Time Force looks better.
I like some of the I like some of the designs for the Wild one.
I like that Buffalo I think that's a buffalo, a lion. I guess that's a wolf. I think some other white thing, and then there's a shark.
I like the shark teeth, the jagged looking shark teeth, and
this guy's unique. Everything else here is like terrestrial, land bound, but he's a shark. They got like a moose cannon right there. I don't know what that is, but that's kind of cool.
There's not too many cats walking around. Yeah, right. Yeah, go to a convention. You'll see a lot of cats.
Here's one I'm familiar with hearing: Ninja Storm.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. It's like can't go wrong with a cool like ninja outfit, and looks nice. Kind of could be a better picture. They could have chosen a better picture, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's pixelated a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you want to do some Power Ranger spinoff, just remember the tagline or the head, what do they call that? The header underneath the title can be force or power.
Yeah.
And then you add whatever name you want. Like you could do one that was like dryer or like washer and dryer. What do you call that? You got the Power Ranger spin cycle.
That'd be great. I'd like that a lot. Here's one that I watched a lot: Dino Thunder.
Ooh.
Just dinosaurs, it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, like the T-Rex, the Pteranodon, the Triceratops. This guy, Black Ranger, was the Brachiosaurus. I forgot what the White Ranger was.
I really like the white one from the 1980s, 70s look.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That kind of looks cool. It reminds me of Kiss just a little bit.
Yeah.
The black and the white coming in with the gold.
I like the really red cool on that for the little visor that really stands out. It is pops. Cool. Really pops.
Like a lightning bolt going across his eyes. That's neat.
Yeah. And we're only at 11. There's like 26 of these.
God, there's a guy on YouTube, and he's really cool. I'm trying to remember his name. He did a lot of metal versions of like theme songs and stuff. And he went and he sang all of the Power Rangers themes in like one thing, like a mashup going on after the other. It was really interesting, but like that could get a little monotonous listening to the same thing over and over again for like 2 or 4 hours. And it went on. I mean, there's so many. Jungle Fury.
Yeah, Jungle Fury. These ones, they all look like cats. Like that's a purple cat, a blue, a red, a yellow.
Can't go wrong.
I guess that's a cat too. I kind of see like a little like horn. Maybe he's.
Oh, I like those. Those are kind of neat.
You see, like his blaster. It's kind of like a hand with like 4 fingers like poking out.
I like the purple and red one myself.
Oh, the purple's not. That's something. I'm granted. I'm a layman when it comes to like Power Rangers, but I don't really see. You don't really see like purple that often.
Mm-mm.
I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I like a royal purple. That's one of my favorite colors. My main favorite color is orange.
Power Rangers RPM, like
RPM,
like a car, or like
probably.
So you got Samurai.
Yeah,
Super Samurai.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's cool. All right.
Power Rangers, Titan Squad.
Oh, okay. This guy's got like an axe in the back.
You gotta do
blaster.
They should neat. Like
Super Mega Force. What? They get cooler outfits.
The one guy, the blonde in here, looks like the guy that used to be on. What was that acapella group that was around for a while? They were really popular for the longest time. I can't think of what their name was. He looks like the gay guy that was in the group, and I can't remember his name. Mm-hmm. But honey, what was the name of that group? The acapella group? What?
What one?
The acapella group that was real popular for the longest time. They got rid of Abby, and he went and did his own music.
Pentatonic.
Pentatonics. Yeah,
Pentatonics.
Yeah.
Ninja
Oh, the
Steel.
pants. Look at the pants of that one, though.
Oh, yeah.
So I was thinking, like with Robin Hood Men in Tights, they got to do Power Rangers parody movie or something. Call it Power Rangers, Rangers in Tights, or White Tights, or White Tight Fury. It'd be really cool, I think. I think it would be funny. Why are my hands moving like this? I don't know.
Let's see. Wow, they're still going strong by the looks of it. 2019.
Right.
Beast Morphers. Right. Dino Fury. Cool. I like the dinosaurs. Return of the Dinosaurs. 2021. Wow. They all look cool. They got swords. He's got a gun.
Oh, cool.
Pretty sick. Shout out to the Memes of Destruction down in the chat.
Hey, Memes of Destruction. How are you doing? So, what are your thoughts, Mongo, on the Power Rangers movie? I never seen it. Don't want to.
Oh, that
the
one,
new one, the
newer one. Oh, let me pull up an image because I did see that in theaters. Power Rangers.
You talk about a movie that took so much. What's the word? When you take they took so many liberties. I couldn't even count.
2017. That came out in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow! I remember Rita Repulsa went to, I think, a Dunkin' Donuts and had a donut. No, it was Krispy Kreme. Went to Krispy Kreme and had a Krispy Kreme donut. Obviously, went to Krispy Kreme and had a Dunkin' Donut. That's good. But
yeah, I don't know. They made the character.
Could have been a lot more fun.
My thing was the things that I was hearing about just made me kind of turned off to it. Like they were in a school for troubled youth and they weren't really nice kids, and they get these powers like Superman would have powers, and that's how they became Power Rangers. But the original Power Rangers didn't really have powers per se. I mean, they had power, but it wasn't always about that. It was more about their martial arts and they could fight and things like that. And I was like, that's not, having powers was not the whole focus of it.
Yeah.
So and to hear Tommy talk about it, he didn't like the idea of it, and so if the original White Green Ranger didn't really care for that appeal too much, I mean, I don't think that I would.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, to each their own again.
Let me see. Let me pull up some images here. There was something that there's just some things. Let me open up a tab here with the suits in that one. Share screen tab. Suits. Yeah, there we go. I thought the suits were all right. Kind of.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
Yeah,
it's got the mouth. You got the little mouth, middle mouth.
And I like the suits. They got a bit of a shine to them, which makes me really like them a bit. Mm-hmm. And I do like the metallic look of them. Overall, the suits look like the originals to a degree. I mean, it may have a little more jagged edge to them, but it's still the same colors. And it's got a bit more boldness to them than the original. You see the mouths and things like that. So they didn't go too far. They didn't jump the gun too far on
that. I remember one thing I was very disappointed with. Let me see here. Let me open up this tab. Let me see. Like, I never was a huge Rita Repulsa fan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, looking at this Rita Repulsa, it's kind of like a totally different thing. But something I was super disappointed with was the monster. She summons Goldar. And here, let me pull up that image. Just someone's Goldar, and he's literally just a bunch of gold that kind of just like here we go. There we go. Just a bunch of gold with some wings. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Well, and he doesn't. He has no personality. You think of Goldar, you think of my queen, big, cool, like Chimera-like dude with like wings. He's got a sword. He's got like a animal face.
Yeah,
it's just like,
and again,
it's like you got an outline of Goldar. And you took off the face and all that other stuff that made him cool,
And again, you go back to my previous phrase where it just took way too many liberties, and the reasons that made Power Rangers cool. Yeah, it was cheesy stuff, sure, but it was the kind of cheese that you couldn't look away from. Yeah. That's how cheesy it was. I mean, it was a good kind of cheese that you go to school and goes, yeah, that's a really lame show, but I really like it for some reason. I don't know why.
There's just some things like the suits were all right.
Yeah.
Goldar, super oversimplified.
Yeah.
But
like
then you go to the Zords. So like the Zords, they kind of just over-engineered the Zords, in my opinion. Let me pull up like a cool image of the Zords, because I was just like, when I saw them in the theater, it was like,
yeah. And I've said this with my friends in the past, that Hollywood has died of originality. It really, really has. And a lot of the movies you watch, if it's a reboot or a sequel now, usually they might not have a soul. Not the same kind of soul, at the very least, though a fan might have if they were behind the camera, or the same kind of soul that, say, the original had. Those are cool, but
it's like, this is like a toy photo, so obviously it's not like the movie quality, but it's like, okay, there's the Sabretooth. It's like, okay, I kind of see it. Triceratops got like 6 legs. The mammoth, the mastodon's got like 20 legs. It's like, okay, it's a little just kind of over,
Yeah, yeah. For me, it would be cool in another movie. That's not Power Rangers. That's just not.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, when J.J. Abrams got a hold of Star Trek, I mean, I liked it at the time. I mean, they had some cool graphics, some cool things in there. There were things the wrong way, and I was like, I know that's not Trek. I know that's not right. But one of the things he did get right was what they wore. He had the colors correct. I mean, it had a little bit of metallic in the suits, but for pretty much, it was close to the original series, Star Trek. But all in all, it just was not Star Trek. And anything, of course, pretty sure that you and most of your audience know this. Anything that J.J. Abrams gets his hands on is good at first, and then it goes, Now, if he does originality stuff, originally made stuff, usually, not all the time, but usually it's all right. And again, it goes back to, where's the soul in these things? Where's the heart? Where's the fan homage? And the same thing could be said about, let's take Sonic, the new Sonic movie that had come out the one year. I was a bit iffy on it. I was like, how is Jim Carrey the Doctor? How is he Robotnik? He's not fat enough. Why don't they put a fat suit on him? I didn't want to see it just because of that. And I saw a trailer, and then you saw Sonic had teeth, and I was like, oh, that's disturbing. Gosh, It was horrifying. So then the fans spoke up. And because the fans spoke up, it was called bullying, right? And finally they listened. And they went and they changed it. I was like, okay, because they changed it so quickly, I'm going to go give them my money. And I went to see it. And when I went to see it, I liked it. And I saw that they put a lot of fan homage in there, and that they paid tribute to the fans, paid tribute to the original game. And it felt like a Sonic tribute. It wasn't great, but it was still really good, and it was entertaining. And all the things that I hear are nothing but good things about the second one. And except for maybe a few things like, oh, the humans were boring. That was about all I've heard that was negative. I mean, there's a few parts where the humans are funny, but for the most part, they're boring. And a lot of people say get rid of the B plot, so to speak. Well, I was at the convention and I was in line to try and meet Harnell is his name. He plays Wacko from Animaniacs. And I didn't get to meet him, sadly, because the line kept getting stalled so many times I just left. And I was a little bit irritated at some of the people who were in line. Because the subject of Mario popped up. And this woman was saying, oh, I hate Chris Pratt. I don't know why they keep putting him in stuff. He's a horrible person. He's a terrible person. Because he believes in all this other stuff. And me being a Christian, I didn't say anything. I let her have her opinion. But I'm listening to her, and this other woman, this other cosplayer pops in, and let's talk about that Mario movie a bit more. The only person that I think is perfect for anything in that role that I like is Jack Black. That's it. And then she goes back with, but what about the Sonic film? That Sonic film is horrible. It's trash. And the reason why it's trash is because those supposed fans bullied the production. Yes. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm out. I cannot stand in line. He is not worth this punishment. And so I just walked away because I would have said something that wasn't very Christian-like.
Unlike talked about, what if Jesus came down?
What?
Remember what I was telling you about? When the woman walked by and said, Jesus, Jason David Frank's line is long.
Yeah. There was this woman who walked out of the line for Jason David Frank, who played Tommy in Power Rangers. And she's like, Jesus, this line is long. This damn line is so long. And she walked out. And my wife says, well, I'm looking around, but I don't see Jesus coming down from heaven yet. And everybody in the line just laughed. Some people just don't have the patience. But she's in is that a Krispy Kreme you were talking about? She's eating a donut or whatever?
Yeah, she's eating a Krispy Kreme, yeah.
That is kind of funny.
She's too sexy.
That is kind of funny.
It's like side by side, you'd think, oh, these are two different people. But then it's like, no, they're the same character. It's supposed to be the same character. It's like, what?
What's this?
I just thought this was this is kind of the one thing I remember vividly from this movie. Just
it's hard to forget.
Rita eating a donut. Goldar is fighting the Power Rangers or something, and she's just eating a donut. It's like, okay.
One thing I wish is that they kept that huge tiara looking thing she wore. That thing was huge. Like, you think about the pain she must have gone through to wear that thing.
Let me see. Rita Repulsa.
Rita Repulsa! Get the Power Rangers!
Here we go. Let's see here. Yes, that's a good image. Let's see here.
Now that's an image.
Wait till I put it on the screen.
Well, I thought you already had it on.
There we go. There. Look at that.
There it is. It's that big twisty horn thing. Man, that's awesome looking too. And I like the pauldrons. I think you would call them pauldrons, maybe. They come up like this, and they're like little sharp things coming around like that. Like, they really could have come up with something cool with that headdress, like maybe put a ruby in there that shined or glowed and had little lightning bolts going through that kind of shined out a bit. But no, she just has her hair up in a ponytail. How boring is that? She's wearing a black jacket, black leather pants, like she's a biker chick with a ponytail.
Yeah.
This girl I wouldn't want to mess with.
Wow. All right, we're gonna start winding it down.
No,
we're gonna start calling it an evening here, folks. You know, I know. I don't want to hear no whining. Okay, I don't like whining.
Don't whip me again.
Only babies cry. Okay. It's been a great time so far. We're at about an hour and 20 minutes, and we're gonna kind of start closing it down. If you missed any of the stream, guys, just pop on to the beginning. Watch some of this madness happen. You know, some of this insanity. But anyhow, it's been really great. Before we head out, just real quick, we're gonna talk a little bit about. And just very briefly about Thor. Jay, do you know who Thor is?
Maybe.
Okay. Don't worry. I won't quiz you. You know, we won't do quiz time right now. But
I know
obviously Thor, great character, kind of just kind of transcends things. You know, obviously mythological character. Into comics, all this other stuff. Recently, they had a little trailer for, let me see, Thor, Love, and Thunder.
And if you look at, a lot of Marvel superheroes are based off of mythological characters, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really cool.
Let me see. Okay, this official teaser. So this is on Marvel's YouTube. Not going to play the audio, not going to play the actual video in motion because, I don't, Marvel's a little more hardcore than Fisher Price. So I'm a little more wary when I'm showing,
and
something that belongs to Marvel.
Yeah, considering it's owned by Disney, they're hardcore.
Okay. Let's not get into the whole Disney.
Well,
stuff.
No, I wasn't.
We're going to keep it chill. We're going to keep it chill.
I'm just saying that they're tight-fisted on people showing things or playing things. That's all I was supposed to say. But they do own Marvel now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, we got some Thor, some little things that I just say, like, I'm glad they call this a teaser because obviously nowadays it's always like, is this the trailer? Is this trailer 1, trailer 2, or is this just a teaser? A little hint? This is a teaser. Thank goodness, because man, there's just a lot of things that you could see. So many different outfits in this trailer that Thor goes through. I like this outfit. I like the fur on the cape. Thor looks fit. He looks fit. He does not look fat like in this.
The fat Thor.
Funny detail on his little hat. It says "Strongest Avenger." It's pretty funny. And if you've seen Thor Ragnarok, he's like, "Oh, strongest Avenger. Welcome the Hulk," or whatever, stuff like that. That's funny. I'm personally, I'm a pretty casual dude. I'm an average Joe Schmo, so I'm not exactly in touch with the comics. I'm not exactly tapped into the whole lifeblood. Oh, look at that outfit. He's it looks cool. It's got a nice little thing. But a lot of different outfits for
something
Thor
earlier you said was wearing fur, and I was like, look at Thor, he's wearing coats with the fur. The whole club looking at Thor.
Another little outfit. Thor. This is kind of like a Power Rangers outfit right here. Like the gold, the colors, very vibrant.
It's got the 2 circles. Gosh, wait a minute. That looks familiar to me. I don't know
why. Got like Zeus or something, somebody, a god with lightning.
Somebody.
Somebody want. Anyway, you gotta get me into this now. Got Chris Pratt, and we were just mentioning him earlier.
Yeah.
Funny little
People
moment
need to
where he's
leave him
like,
alone. I
"Yeah,
mean, he's got his own opinions, his own
yeah."
life choices and things.
Got the Guardians
Nice.
crew.
And the band back together.
Yeah, that looks neat. He's fit. Let's see.
Yeah, the girls would still dig him.
Yeah, Thor, Love and Thunder. We got okay. Here's a cool shot. I like this. Wherever this is, it's like there's a battle going on.
Cape with the fur.
Fur. The whole war was looking at her.
Thor.
Speaking of
he
her,
hit the Thor. He hit the Thor. Next thing you know, Thor got Thor.
Speaking of Thor, we got Natalie Portman, aka Jane Foster, as the mighty Thor. She's got Mjolnir. It's kind of been like put back together, kind of. You see like the cracks and all that. Like the little helmet thing.
I like the outfit she's wearing, but I don't know. It just the thing about the lore behind Thor is that Thor is the only one who can handle the hammer. And listen, I don't mind women in power. I don't mind women in authority or having straight up roles of things, or as long as the story's good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not, I'm a woman, I'm wearing pants, I'm a woman. You know, that nobody needs that. So I mean, all power to them if the story's good. But in recent years, I just don't know.
I can respect that. I can respect that viewpoint and that opinion. And yeah, I mean, honestly, all I can really say is, oh, okay, there's another shot. I was gonna get there. We go.
And to be honest, it is a beautiful looking movie. I like the font color, and the different costumes that are in this. Thor looks fit again, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, I think that this is, it looks solid. It looks, but just because the trailer looks solid, it just doesn't mean that the movie might be.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you know, all I can really say, all I can really do is speak for myself. And yeah, I am optimistically looking forward to seeing Thor: Love and Thunder. But yeah, this has been a nice little time here. We're gonna close it on out. Get that shot
to
of
the
Thor.
east side.
Let's get a cool shot here. What my favorite shot? Thor working those chains, pumping that iron. Because you know, even though he got fat in Endgame, you still rip a dude in half. You know, if he needs to.
Yeah,
and maybe he's fat, but he's still like Thor.
They played the crap out of that with memes, but I'll tell you, I think they just did that for like humor purposes. I don't think that there was any, I don't want to say there was any demasculating involved in that. There might have been. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, like I said, I think it was played up for humor purposes. I have not seen that one. I kind of want to. There's a certain area that I want to stop on Marvel movies once I watch them the way through. And I think that I'll probably stop on Endgame. I think that's the movie I'll stop on once I get to it.
I mean, I'll tell you, you know, obviously, shout out to Bone. Major respect. Everybody do their thing. You do what you do.
Yeah.
All I can really say is, you know, I just watch whatever I want. I just kind of do what I want. I will say the Eternals was super boring. A super boring movie.
Yeah, I heard.
Don't watch that movie. It's terrible.
Yeah,
it wasn't very good. I was like,
the trailers didn't help it either, and it's kind of sad because some of the people in it were a good cast, and that's a sad thing too. Is you get some of these movies and they get a good solid cast in there. It's like, oh, that might be interesting. Then it turns out to just be sad. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is.
I mean, it was kind of stacked itself against itself. They built a little too high with too little of a foundation. Where it's like all of a sudden we have a movie, The Eternals. There's like almost half a dozen people in this group, so it's like, okay, it's like a 3-hour movie. It's like, okay,
3 hours of that.
Of course, they got to kill off like half of them to kind of develop, a few of the characters so that we care about them. But it's like, okay, you could have done better. You could have done better.
That night,
you didn't just start with the Avengers movie, boom, out the gate. You had phase 1, all these movies. Then
exactly
the cherry on top, the Avengers. Dun, 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 all that kind of stuff.
Then I heard it got preachy in the middle, where that was what they were promoting was a homosexual relationship, which I have not to get political and not to say that it's wrong for you to do that, because the way I look at it as a Christian is my God is, he's a God of choice, and we as we live on this earth, we all have our own personal choices to make, and if you are, that's fine. I am not against you doing that. I may not agree with it, but that's fine. That's okay for me to not agree with it. My thing is when it gets in your face, preachy. This is important. You need to know that it's here. And then that kind of takes me out of it. And that's what I heard they did with that. And then when they went and put it in other countries, they took that scene out so that they could make more money on it. And it's kind of the same thing they did with Star Wars, where what's his name? I can't remember his name. I can't remember Finn. Where on the poster he's bigger than life alongside all the other characters, and when they sent it out to China, shrunk him down, and it's like, wow, you believe in it, but not enough to take a stance. And again, not to get political, but either you're going to believe in what you're talking about or you're not.
Mm-hmm. But alrighty then, guys. We're going to close it out. We're really going to do it this time. But huge shout out to everybody who passed on through. 17 likes. Not only did we make it into the double digits, but we almost made it to 20. That's pretty freaking crazy.
That's
awesome. Bear in mind, one of those likes is mine. My own like. Yeah, sometimes I like my own videos because it's like, why not? Anyhow, I'm rambling again. But I just want to say a big thank you to Jay, to his wonderful wife, Noelle, to their wonderful family. Because, I mean, obviously, if, maybe one day your kid's like, I don't want my dad to do this wonderful thing for his friend. I'm going to do it. No,
Well, they got so mad when they found out that I was making a picture.
Mongo, I hate him.
You're such a mean guy. I can't believe how terrible you are.
I mean, you might be kind of concerned that voice is coming out of your child.
Right.
May, get exorcist flashbacks, vibes from that.
My youngest has the same exact voice as yours.
Oh. But
it's just natural.
Wonderful.
Grossberg.
This is wonderful. Just wonderful delivery. And like I said earlier, I'm going to be looking for some frames tomorrow after I get off work.
So what does it
Because
say
this
on
is
the
quality stuff.
What does it say on the graboid?
You want me to read it? You want me to read it?
I want a bedtime story, Mongo. I want a bedtime story.
So I'm going to read this, guys. Say your goodbyes, your good nights, all that good stuff. Compliment me. I need that compliment.
I need. Compliment me. I need.
We're going to read this very nice, this very kind message here. And we're going to close it on out. We're going to bring the vibe down. We're going to keep the vibe up. We're going to chill. We're going to relax a bit. We're going to relax here. We're going to say, Dear Mongo, you have been one of the best people I've known on social media. Sometimes I miss the live events we used to share on YouTube. Perhaps one day when I have the time, we can do it again. I've always thought you deserved a solid print of your commission. This one has been my favorite. Thanks as always, your friend, Jay. It's a very nice signature too. That little J there. Let's see. Can we get that? Yes. It's a very nice. But I really appreciate this. I really appreciate knowing you.
And we got to do a live.
And yes, we did get to do a live. We got to do a live today. It was very fun. We had a lot of laughs. Things were getting a little shaky there in the middle. Jay's talking about like his unhinging jaw and all that stuff. But, anyways,
here we go. We're about to do this.
Before we jump back in for another hour and a half.
What are we doing, Mongo?
We're fusing, fusion hard. Yeah, we're gonna, we have a particular set of skills here that decades of anime and cartoons and Power Rangers have brought us.
That's right.
But Jay, you can share whatever you'd like before we close out here, whether it's about what you do or your channel or anything really.
I like to use the stage name JW Eccent, and that's JAY, which is the beginning letter of the name Josh. So that's J. And then W is for writer or writing, and Eccent is for eccentric. So it'd be J, the eccentric writer. So that's how I came up with JW Eccent. And if you want to, you could check out my YouTube, which is JWorks Productions, exactly how it is. And you want to look for either a guy holding toys with a fedora going, or you want to look for a flying fedora. Because apparently there are other JWorks Productions out there on YouTube, and they don't look anything like me. And one guy hates my guts. Made that up. I don't know. But yeah, I do all sorts of things on my channel. And it's not just one particular thing. Lately, it's been sort of dead. I haven't been doing much on there. And I guess because I want to say my gears, not my ears, but my gears, as opposed to my ears, because my gears are constantly turning. If my ears were turning, there would be something wrong. But my gears are constantly turning. And then smoke comes out my ears. No, but because I'm on the spectrum, I'm always moving and doing something. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Jacksepticeye, but yes. He did a thing once where he talked about how he has ADHD. And that explains a lot. And he said his gears were constantly turning, and that's why he doesn't get around to a video talking about a certain thing or another. I'm kind of that way, in a way, where I know I'm going to do something, I don't do it. And for the longest time, I was doing Shadows of the Empire. And I was reading it like an audiobook. And it just got too much for me. I got overwhelmed, and I saw that just nothing seemed to come from it, no matter how professional I tried to make it sound. And so I gave up, which you should never do, because when you do that, then I'm trying to think of a way to put it. If you give up, then you're giving up on yourself. And that's a lie. To me, if you're giving up on yourself and you believe that you are worthless and not worth it to anybody, there's always someone out there that believes in you, at least one. The people that have kept me going are Thomas Gilkey and this man right here, Mongo's Big Things. And I appreciate the world out of both of them. And there's another group you might want to go see, Gothic Therapy. Now, Gothic Therapy are a really kind group of people. One of them is Writing Raven, and the other one is Master of the TDS. Not to be confused with Trump Derangement Syndrome. It's cards. He's talking about a card game, Master of the TDS. And they're just a really kind couple. One's a Gothic girl, and the other one's a therapist. And what they do is they talk about nerd culture and news on their channel, and they'll end it with a therapeutic sort of thing on the end of the day, or at the end of the video. So yeah, go check them out too. Check out Mongo's Big Things if you haven't subscribed to him. Check out Thomas Gilkey, the Gilkinator, because these three have just been such a rock in my life, and I really don't have the words. Without these three people, I wouldn't have kept going with my art. And that's why I say now, to those of you listening who are having a hard day, who are having a hard night, wherever you are, don't give up on your dreams. It's like the old, as funny as it is, the old meme, don't let your dreams be dreams. Do it. Just do it. As funny as it sounds, as funny as it looks coming from that guy, it's true. Do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. And as hard as that climb is up that hill, you can make it. Somebody cares. And although I may not know you, I love you very much. And I care. I know it's a kind of a roundabout way of saying things. It was a really long.
No, it's good. It's good. All good. That's good. It's great. Put some links down in the comments here. We got JWorks Productions. Fun fact, I might have been one of the first times we were streamed together, or I don't even know. And I've been a stream. I've just been a regular conversation. I was trying to find JWorks Productions. It's like I was putting a space. I was doing JWorks Productions, stuff like that. Funny things. Also have Noelle's Crochet Co.
Yeah.
Noelle is Jay's wife. I don't know why it's Jay's wife. Wonderful person. Let me see. Back over there.
There he is.
I have a wonderful creation of hers. You can check out her Facebook there, that Facebook page. It's quality products. It's crochet. It's very cool. I am a layman when it comes to crochet and knitting and things like that. So I find these things very cool and unique. and I think you will find them cool and unique too. We have previously mentioned Gothic Therapy, got their channel right there. We got Thomas Gilkey, aka the Gilkman, and check him out. Wonderful people, and it's been a wonderful time. It's been a wonderful time. Big thanks to everybody here who has passed on through. You have not only enhanced the experience for me and for Jay, but also for anybody else who may eventually watch this. You've made it a great experience. I've had a great time. We've been going for over an hour and a half now. It's been wonderful. Wouldn't trade it for the world. Thanks again, Jay. Thanks again, everybody else. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Rock on.
Yeah.